श्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि। वशिष्ठो वहिष्ठेमस्ति उष्णास्ति उष्णाः यदशाय वहिष्ठास्ति स्मार्साय अधुना Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि सर्वं प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वं प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वं प्रचोदयात्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः। गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम्। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी सुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंजित केशा। वज्र रूप धरि रंग जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत सब भाई। सास बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाने, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाने। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, दिव्योताहि मधुर बल जाना। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु सारे। सब सुख रहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपन, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, शपथ निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लाए, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, हे परसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारी भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंतकाल रघुवर पुर जाए, रहा जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए। और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कट मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो जो सब बार पाठ कर तो, छूटई बंदी महासुख होई। जो पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा, जय नाथ हृदय महदेवा। जय नाथ हृदय महदेवा। पवन तनया संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति। राम लखन
ईश्वरा सत्य साई ईश्वरा सकल भक्तावन तावहरा साई ईश्वरा सत्य साई ईश्वरा सकल भक्तावन तावहरा संकट मिलना तीर पायो संकट मिलना तीर पायो एंगल संकीर्तनंगल पायो साई ईश्वरा सत्य साई ईश्वरा सकल भक्तावन तावहरा ओंकार प्रियने सत्य रूपने नित्य प्रेममयने शरण प्रियने श्रावण रूपने सत्य साई शिवने अण्णयुं नीये तन्नयुं नीये अण्णयुं அருளும் நீயே அன்பும் நீயே அருளும் நீயே அனைத்தும் நீயே வருவாயே அனைத்தும் நீயே தருவாயே சாய் ஈஸ்வரா சத்ய சாய் ஈஸ்வரா सकल ओंकार प्रियने सत्य रूपने नित्य प्रेममयने शरण प्रियने श्रावण रूपने सत्य साई शिवने वेदमुं नीये गीतमुं नीये वेदमुं नीये गीतमुं नीये साधनै मनदै तरुवाये साधनै मनदै तरुवाये श्रुतियुं नीये लयमुं नीये श्रुतियुं नीये लयमुं नीये संगीतं नीये अरुळ्वाये अरुळ्वाये साई ईश्वरा सत्य साई ईश्वरा सकल भक्तावन तावहरा ओंकार प्रियने सत्य रूपने नित्य प्रेममयने शरण प्रियने श्रावण रूपने सत्य साई शिवने ओंकार प्रियने सत्य रूपने नित्य प्रेममयने शरण प्रियने श्रावण रूपने सत्य साई शिवने शिव सत्य साई शिवने शिव सत्य साई शिवने
पुरन्दरं पूजितविधि पुरन्दरं राजितमुरलीधरं पूजितविधि पुरन्दरं राजितमुरलीधरं प्रजललनानन्दकरं अजितमुदारं कृष्ण प्रजललनानन्दकरं अजितमुदारं कृष्ण स्मरशत स्मरशत शुभगारो निरवधि करुणापूरं स्मरशत शुभगारो निरवधि करुणापूरं राधावदन चकोरं राधावदन चकोरं ललितासोदरं परं राधावदन चकोरं ललितासोदरं परं पावनगुरु
என்ன தவம் செய்தனை என்ன தவம் செய்தனை யசோதா என்ன தவம் செய்தனை யசோதா எங்கும் நிறை பரபிரம்மம் அம்மா என்றழைக்க என்ன தவம் செய்தனை யசோதா
ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಣಾ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಣಾ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಣಾ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಣಾ ಆಡಿಸಿದಳೆ ಶೋಧ
திரையின் பின் நிற்கின்றாய் கண்ணா கண்ணா திரையின் பின் நிற்கின்றாய் கண்ணா உன்னை மறையோதும் ஞானியர் மட்டுமே காண்பார் திரையின் பின் நிற்கின்றாய் கண்ணா உன்னை மறையோதும் ஞானியர் மட்டுமே காண்பார் என்றாலும் குறை ஒன்றும் எனக்கில்லை கண்ணா என்றாலும் குறை ஒன்றும் எனக்கில்லை கண்ணா குன்றின் மேல் கல்லாகி நிற்கின்றவரதா குன்றின் மேல் கல்லாகி நிற்கின்றவரதா குறை ஒன்றும் இல்லை மறைமூர்த்தி கண்ணா குறை ஒன்றும் இல்லை மறைமூர்த்தி
जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम् इह संसारे बहुदोस्तारे कृपया पाले पाहि मुरारे कृपया पाले पाहि मुरारे भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति दुःकृकरणे नहि नहि रक्षति दुःकृकरणे भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते मोहब्बत की कमी दिल में अगर एहसास होता है जरा झांको तो पाओगे कि साईं पास होता है वो करिश्मा उसी का है कि दुनिया खूबसूरत लगती है वरना आदमी को आदमी क्या राज होता है साईं बिन रहा न जाए साईं बिन रहा जब से है देखा तुझको साईं मेरे, दर्शन के प्यासे नैना सांझ सवेरे। दुख मर जाए तुझ पे हमसे न रुके हम, जिंदगी सौंप दे हम चरणों में तेरे यूं। जिंदगी सौंप दे हम चरणों में तेरे यूं। मन मंदिर से जाऊं साईं, मन मंदिर
Om Shri Sai Ram, invoking the divine blessings of our beloved Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba on this auspicious holy Sunday, where we have begun the celebrations of Shri Sathya Sai Aradhana Mahotsavam. We have a very special program in store for today. We just heard a wonderful musical offering by the young adults of our center. Now we will have a wonderful talk by Brother Sai Prabhu. This will be followed by announcements, Bhagwan's divine discourse, and we will conclude the satsang with Bhajans. So now it is time to introduce our most esteemed guest speaker for today, Brother Sai Prabhu Prem Kumar, who I've had the opportunity to work with personally and directly for quite a few years. So I have gained a lot in my interactions from him, and I'm sure all of us who are gathered here today will gather many wonderful insights from Brother Sai Prabhu. To give Brother a very brief introduction, he's currently serving our dear Bhagavan as the chair of the Sathya Sai International Leadership Program. This is an annual program with 9 modules, 6 of which are offered online, and the other 3 are offered over a 4-day-long residential course in Prashanti Nilayam. Currently, we have more than 1,300 graduates from 50 countries. This is currently the 6th year of the program. Brother Sai Prabhu also considers it a blessing to serve as the United States of America National EnviroCare Champion, and the vision in this role is to make Sai Center activities 100% green and zero waste. One fun fact about Brother Sai Prabhu is that he likes acting in plays and writing play scripts. Without much of further ado, I would like to hand off the mantle to Brother Sai Prabhu to guide us through today's session. Welcome, Brother Sai Ram.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to everyone. Before I proceed any further, Brother Rishi, can you hear me clearly?
We can hear you, Brother Sai Ram.
Okay. Sai Ram, everyone. First of all, my thanks to Swami for an opportunity that he has given me to speak about my experience, and also want to thank all of you for having me on this call virtually with you. And I know some of you from working with some of you back in the days when I was in New Jersey, and I'm going to share my experience, and some of you might know already what I'm going to share, but I thought when Rishi was talking to me about how we can organize this and share my experience, I felt very happy because I feel reconnected with my New Jersey family. When I was talking to Rishi, we were discussing about what are some of the topics that we can share, whether it's about leadership or should we talk about green activities. Then Swami's Aradhana Mahotsavam is coming up in a few days. And I thought what other topic could be best suiting other than the topic of love. So today, my theme or topic is going to be based on love. And when we discussed, we said, when I discussed with Brother Rishi, we decided the theme will be love is the path. So, and it is very apt for me because I have known Swami only in the form of love, and love is what attracted me towards Swami. So I want to share a few stories of how everything happened in my life, and how Swami's love was always there, and how I could feel Swami's presence in the form of love throughout my life. So it was an amazing opportunity for me to reflect on this, because we always keep ourselves busy with activities and doing things. This opportunity gave me time to reflect upon my own life and see where I started and where I am today. So thank you once again. I want to thank all of you for the opportunity and joining the call today as well. So these are all simple stories of love, and I'll just try to cover some main events that happened in my life that were that touched my heart, and in many cases shaped me who I am today. So, my grandfather was Swami's devotee, and he has written books and poetries about Swami, and he is the one who named myself and my siblings after Swami's names. So, as Brother Rishi introduced, my name is Sai Prabhu, and my sister's name is Sathya from Sathya Sai Baba, and then my brother's name is Prashant from Prashant Nilayam. So we were all named after Swami, and then we, when I went back my memory lane, probably that was the biggest connection we had with Swami. My mom was from South India. I'm from South India, basically from Tamil Nadu, and my father is from Coimbatore, and my mother is from a village near Madurai. So I think she didn't know a lot about Swami at that time, and Swami was as a god in our home, and he was in our altar. We all prayed to him as a god, and we were not quite introduced to either Bhajans or SSC or Bal Vihar, based on how they call it in India. So I didn't know a lot about Swami other than that he's God and he was in our altar. But what helped me connect with Swami when I was reflecting was the love, because Swami was always in the form of love in my life and in my family's life also. So the way when I was reflecting, I felt that was because my parents were always religious, and my dad always told me that when he was young, he always went to Shirdi Sai Baba temple every Thursday. There is a temple in Coimbatore. So he worked for a bank, and he said he would go every Thursday without fail and pray to Shirdi Sai Baba. And he was very involved with the Thursday activities in Shirdi temple. And on the other hand, my mom was also very religious, and she will help us understand small stories of God. And every Saturday, she used to make us write Sri Rama Jayam, and we used to make those malas, and we offer it to Lord Hanuman on Saturday. So, they both helped us always be in the spiritual path. My parents were my parents were always guiding us with how we should be behaving and the values, but directly not from Swami's stories or Swami's life, but in general how we should be behaving. So I think that was a big connection that we always will be there in my heart, because at a very young age, both my parents showed us what spirituality means, what discipline means, and how we should always be thinking about God, and how we should worship, how we should be respectful to elders. So in that sense, I felt like Swami was always there in the form of love and in the form of his own teachings through my parents. And there are other stories that came to my heart that I could vividly remember. And one specific incident that I remembered was about how my dad was always ready to help, and how he was helping others who are in need. So one day what happened, I think this was when I was in school. I couldn't remember exactly which grade I was in. But what I remember was one fine morning, since my dad worked in a bank, one of the peons from the bank, he came to our house, and he was having a conversation with my dad. And I just woke up. I think I just woke up, and then I was listening to the conversation, and he was basically telling my dad that he's in some kind of debt, and he wanted some money, and then so that he can go back and pay his debt, and then at some point pay back my dad. But I think being a middle class family in India, and also my dad was taking care of his parents who lived with us as a joint family, and we were three children to him, and he like making our own ends meet was a big deal on a month basis. So I think my dad did not have money, so he couldn't offer money. But what I remember is he went inside the house, and then he got a packet of bread that was meant for us, and he said, okay, I feel bad that your children are not eating and starving. So he gave a packet of bread. That is what he could offer at that time. So that, like upon reflection, like I couldn't remember what I studied in school or even some of my teachers at that point in time. But this incident is still fresh in my heart, because it touched me so much that, and what I learned from that is, people, I mean, there is always need, and we don't know what people need. However, we can always offer something that we have from our side. So simple lessons, and ever since my perspective of service changed, because it is not about how much you do or what you do, but it's about with the purest of the heart that you can offer something to somebody who is in need. So that was a very touching incident in my life. And then similarly, when I thought about on other things that happened, or basically from my mom, the things that I learned was, I think the story that came to my mind in terms of how Swami showed me love through my mother was, there was one person, like a priest in the temple, and he was a priest in the temple, and then he had a son, but he was not wealthy enough to send him to school. So he always took help from devotees. And what I remember was my mom was offering the school uniform and the books that are needed for his son's education. So again, it is very difficult thinking about it at this point. I don't know what all sacrifices they went through, even to take one step extra to serve somebody who is in need. And she'll also take care of our servant maid, and she would always give food every day to her and her mother. So all these stories, when I reflect upon, I feel like those are the stories of love that shaped me, because seeing it directly, experiencing it directly firsthand, and especially when it happens over a period of time, that stuck with me and also shaped me to be who I am today. So those are my childhood memories about love, and how I'm now knowing Swami in a different way, not just as a God, but as an avatar who has come for self-transformation of humanity, and knowing about his teaching. I wouldn't say I know everything, but based on what I know, I'm able to see and connect those dots of love, and how Swami was always there in our house in the form of love, even though we didn't go to Bhajans, or I did not go to Bal Vihar or anything like that in India. So those were some of my childhood memories that really helped me shape who I am today, especially directly coming from my parents. And then life was going on like that. I think I completed school. And once I was done with my high school, I went to a college and I had to stay. It was out of town, so I had to stay in the hostel. I did my engineering there, and then when I moved to the college, and when my dad gave me a picture of Swami, and there are other gods like Lord Shiva and Ganesha, a few other pictures and small photos that were given to me. And what happened was, after so there is a small cupboard that is given to each of the students who are staying in the hostel. And after I made all the arrangements, I realized the only way I could keep Swami's photo in the given small setup was by pasting it on the door of the cupboard on the outside. So I pasted Swami's picture at my eye level, and then every day morning after bath and everything, I used to pray. And one incident that came to me was, I had a friend. All my friends are great. I had very good friends. They're all very nice and kind. But I had a few friends who were not really inclined towards praying and God, and they were like atheists, so they did not care about any of these. So anytime they come to my room and we are like having a conversation or studying, every now and then they might try to say something about Swami, and I mean, irrespective of what they said, what I remembered was I never said a word back to them, either defending Swami or because in my heart, for some reason, I convinced myself saying, if I said something against them, they might end up saying more things, and I didn't want the conversation to go in that direction. So what I remembered was either I smiled or kept quiet, or I left the room so that the conversation somehow ends and they forget. I tried different things, but never said a word back to them. And then I didn't know why I did that, but I think the only reason I could remember, or I could come up with, was that I didn't want the conversation to proceed any further than what they are already saying, because they are atheist and they didn't believe in God. So, and then time went on like this. That kind of an incident happens now and then. And like I said, they are very nice friends. They are good people. So I didn't feel bad, or I didn't get angry or anything like that. I would just stay away from that conversation. So 4 years passed. I completed my engineering, and as I was wrapping up and ready to leave the hostel, I noticed something. And this Swami's picture, was the picture where Swami is blessing with his right hand. And as you might have seen many Swami's pictures, when Swami's blessing with his right hand, his hand would be very close to his face. And what I noticed was basically the Swami's hand was much, much, much bigger than his face. Like when I say his face, I'm also including his hair. It became very big, which I did not notice on a regular basis. But when I was wrapping up, when I was taking out everything, I was paying some close attention because I was emotional, and there was so much sentiment going on because we are all going to go to different places. But anyways, that's when I really noticed that Swami's hand was much bigger than his face, and including his hair. So you could imagine how big the hand could be when it is bigger than his face and his hair. So that was very shocking. And I didn't know at that time what it meant. And the other thing was also, the hand was very fair. Like Swami's face was not fair, but the hand was very, very fair. So in contrast to his hair and the hand, it looked like there was a light glowing out of his hand. That's how fair Swami's hand was. And because I didn't know a lot about Swami, I didn't even know that it was a miracle, because I didn't know what it was. I know it was good, and I told myself, okay, I have to hold on to this photo forever. I know it is good because Swami is God, and something has changed in the photo. I didn't even call it miracle, and when I explained this to my parents, they didn't use the word miracle at all, because we didn't know a lot about Swami, other than my grandpa was a devotee and he named us after Swami. So anyways, I felt very good, and I told myself that I have to save this picture carefully and make sure I take care of it. And then when I came back home, I had to leave again Coimbatore to go to Chennai and start looking for jobs. So instead of, for some reason, again, I felt like, okay, maybe I should not carry that picture with me, because if I carry it, I don't know, I'll be staying with friends or some family members, and I have to keep moving from place to place until I finally find a job. So I said it is better I leave the photo in the house so that I don't lose it. So I left it, and I also felt that my parents deserve much more than I did. So Swami's blessings can be there in the house. So I left the picture in my house, and then I went to Chennai. And again, so the way I felt like Swami was with me again, in college, was by showing that his presence, which I did, and that connected me again. Used to feel homesick.
Om Shri Sai Ram. We're experiencing some technical difficulties on Brother Sai Prabhu's end. We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned. Once again.
Okay. Sai Ram Rishi.
Sai Ram bro, I think we just had a small glitch on your end with the internet. I think we're good. I can see and hear you clearly.
Sai Ram, can you hear me, Rishi?
Yes. Oh. Yes, bro, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I think there was a small technical glitch.
No worries.
Just to summarize, I hope I got cut off around when I was summarizing my college experience. Is that right, Rishi? Or do I have to start back further?
Bro, right when you were speaking about your parents and the picture, that you thought that your parents would deserve the picture more than you would personally. So that was where we had left off.
And I was looking for a job.
Sai Ram, dear devotees, once again we have a technical problem on the end of our guest speaker. We're trying to resolve this shortly. Please stay tuned. Yeah. Okay, now I can see you better. Did you join from your phone? Perfect. Just go back on, if you could put your phone on landscape mode. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, I'll go back and see a little bit more. This looks perfect. Sairam, we apologize for that small technical glitch. We are now back with Brother Sai Prabhu. Brother, please continue.
Sairam, brother. Thank you so much, and really sorry there was some internet glitch that happened. So, just to summarize where I was, so basically I had to go to Chennai for searching a job. So I left Swami's picture with my parents, and I felt they deserve it much more than I did. And I didn't want to lose it because I'll be going from place to place for interview and staying with different people. So anyways, I left it with them. And when I was in Chennai, I lived in a place called Mamla. And it is this is one of the places where there are many temples, and the devotees, there are so many devotees. Like in general, there is a Vishnu temple, Shiva temple, and the place was, in my opinion, filled with spirituality. Because I didn't know Chennai a lot, and there are some stereotypes about Chennai. So anyways, I felt like I landed in the right place. And then the street on which I lived had a Shirdi Sai temple. So I went to Shirdi Sai Baba temple every Thursday because I remembered my dad was saying that he always went to Shirdi Sai Baba temple, and I went to the temple every Thursday, and they used to do nice bhajans, nice Aarti at night. And as you all know, in Shirdi Sai Baba temple, they always give prasad towards the end. So I relished and enjoyed those prasadam as well, because when you're searching job, you are like always on the run, and you don't know when interviews get scheduled. So I don't remember a day where I sat down and ate a peaceful meal. But every time I go to Shirdi Sai temple and had the prasad, I felt very happy, and it gave me a lot of strength. So life went on like that, and then one day I got a job. I was very happy. I got a job in a very reputed company, and I had a friend, or I still have him as my friend, but who worked with me. And since I was from Coimbatore and my job was in Chennai, I have to basically go back home only during like festival time, or when I get a long break. So, and I didn't know a lot of people in Chennai too. So basically, what happened, even during weekends, I used to go to office and get some work done and stuff like that. So my friend was observing this. He was not observing, but he also used to come to office sometimes. And then one day we were chatting about something on a Saturday afternoon. We take like long lunch breaks because we are there to get some extra work done or finish something up. So we didn't have to do something in 8 hours. So we were sitting and talking about something, and he mentioned that there is an uncle in West Mamlam, who was in need of young people because he does a lot of service activities, and he called it Grama Seva. And at that point, I didn't know what it meant. So I was like, okay, that sounds good, and I'll be happy to come and help with whatever he needs. So he said it happens in 2 phases. On one weekend, we have to pack all the food materials. We have to make it into small bags which contains rice, lentils, and then oil and everything that is needed for a family for more than a week. And then on Sunday, we go to the village where it is going to be served for the devotees. So that is one weekend. And the following weekend, we go and distribute it to all the families that are in need. So that's how it happened, or he explained the way it happens. And I was happy about going and helping someone. So I said, okay, I'll join you. So the weekend where we need to do the packing and we had to go to the village that they selected was fast approaching, and he gave me a reminder on a Friday. So on a Saturday morning, I went to this uncle's house, and when I was there, the work already started. So meaning other devotees were packing, and there was a nice assembly line set up. One person would take all the bags, the other person would pack each item, and they make it into a small basket, and then they count, and then they keep it ready to be loaded in a van. So when I went there, the work already started. So people were busy, and my friend saw me coming there, and he introduced me to that uncle. And I was blown away, because this uncle was like how Swami says, we are all embodiment of love. This uncle was a true embodiment of love. I felt so much love. He hugged me and he said, I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for coming. And he was just pouring love with so much energy and enthusiasm. It was overwhelming for me to even take so much love, especially in a city like Chennai, where there's not a lot of mutual respect and all this kind of things that happens in a city. I was overwhelmed with love, and I felt so good, so happy, and I started helping. The thing is, I didn't know it was Swami's organization back in India, and they were all Swami's devotees, and they were all doing this as a service project that Swami suggested each of us to do. So I didn't know anything about this, because I didn't go inside their house. I just started working as soon as I went there. And but the love that I experienced from this uncle was another amazing experience for me. It was an eye-opener, because in a city like that, where I only experienced my parents' love and my friends, and when I moved from my hometown to Chennai, where I didn't know anyone, but when I met this person, he showered so much love. That connected me immediately with everyone there. So just one person's love connected me with everyone, and everyone was nice. Everyone had the same feeling. So what happened was, before even I knew that this is Swami's organization and they are doing service, I was already connected to the love. And then the service was over, and then we went to a village, dropped off things, came back. Uncle gave me a Swami's picture, and he said, next Sunday we have bhajans in our house, and you should. He just said you should come and join. It'll be nice to have you. So I said, okay. I didn't know what bhajans was again. Like I said, I didn't know anything about Swamis and how Swamis activities are done. So I felt, I said, okay, uncle, I'll come. At that point, I said, I don't know any singing or anything like that. He said, it's fine. Don't worry about all those things. Just come. And on the Sunday, at the time that he mentioned, I went there. And I was very, very pleasantly surprised to see Swami. He had a small statue of Swami that is about 2-3 feet high. And he also had a statue of Shirdi Sai Baba, and it was in middle of his altar, surrounded by hundreds of other God's pictures and Swami's picture. And he did a lot of puja religiously, and everybody participated, and then the bhajans came. And anyways, that was my first time listening to Swami's bhajan in his house, and understanding a little bit about Swami's activities. So, but the message of love that Swami always emphasizes and he wants us to take is what again I learned from this uncle. So again, I'm being introduced to love even before being introduced to Swami. That's how I felt my life, based on my life reflection. So it was amazing to see how much someone can love somebody else who's not related to them, who they just met, and make them feel so good and comfortable that you immediately connected to Swami through that love. So I'm grateful to Swami for showing me the first, in my own opinion, or in my own words, the first devotee of Swami to me. So I'm grateful for my friend who took me to the service project, and also to the uncle who helped me understand what Swami's love is for the first time. And I spent a few years in Chennai working there, and then I got an opportunity to come to New Jersey. And then so when I moved to New Jersey, I lived in Parsippany, and my friend was also there in Parsippany. So we both wanted to do something. When we traveled to US, the uncle said, there are centers in US also. You need to find out and go to those centers. And that's the only information he said, but he gave us hope that there are centers in US. So I think we looked and we found out that there is a center in Flushing, New York. So being like young lads when we first came, and then we were like exploring. We want to see what's going on. So we thought, okay, maybe we should go to Flushing Sai Center, and maybe that's a good idea. And we did not realize the effort it took to go to Flushing Sai Center all the way from Parsippany. So we had to take a bus, if I remember correctly, and then we need to take 2 trains, and then again a bus to go to the Sai Center there. We did that a few times, and we attended our very first Akhanda Bhajans, or my very first Akhanda Bhajans in Flushing Sai Center that year. And we were amazed. Whenever we went there, we sit in bhajans, and then we used to leave immediately. We never spoke to anyone because it took 4 hours both ways on a Sunday afternoon, and we want to come back as soon as possible on a Sunday evening so that we can get ready for the next day, cook and all those things that we did as bachelors. So anyways, those are some beautiful memories. So the time that we wanted to, that we had to, that the time that is needed to go to Flushing Sai Center was not sustainable. So after a point, we stopped going, and we felt, okay, sometimes we have to go to office on a weekend. So basically, we were not able to sustain going to the center every weekend. And then somehow, I don't know how it happened, but I think we found there is a center in Bridgewater. So we knew that there was a Bridgewater a temple, but we didn't know that there is a center in Bridgewater. And the first thing we did was we went to the Bridgewater temple. We have been going to Bridgewater temple by then. Some of our friends used to take us because we didn't have car at that time, so they would take us when they go on a weekend. So we know Bridgewater temple, but we didn't know that there was a Sai Center. And when we came to know about the Bridgewater Sai Center, we basically started inquiring in the temple, and I think people were like, they didn't know what we were asking about. So they said they didn't know. And again, we looked up, I think then we found the address, and then we went to Bridgewater Sai Center. So I think this is again an amazing experience for us, because that's where we met many of Swami's instruments who shower so much love. Their devotion, the work they do was amazing. So we met Ram Dharani, Krishnaji, Sudharam, Sudharam's husband Ram, Sanjay. The list goes on and on. And they were all so welcoming. They showered so much love on both of us, me and my friend. By the way, my friend's name is Karthik Shivkumar, and some of you might know him as well. So they showered so much love on us, and we were blown away by what we saw, especially with the children. We were surprised to see how disciplined they were, how loving, how caring, how they are helping each other, and the values that they were learning and the discipline they had. So we were so surprised with all of this, because this is kind of our first experience going to a Sai center in US. But more than anything, I think the love was tremendous. Every day or every Sunday after we come back from the center, we will discuss about the experience that we had in the center, at least for half an hour. And all the way back from Bridgewater to Parsipani, that is another like good 30 to 40 minutes drive. So we'll be talking about the same thing over and over again. We never felt so much love in our life from someone who we never knew, and we know for the first time. And then we had a very wonderful YA group. We met Karthik, Kavita, Regina, Shashi, Deepthi, Jai Sai, Soham, so many of them, and we were immediately part of the YA group, and they welcomed us with open arms, and we felt so connected with them. We did a lot of activities, plays, go green activities. I couldn't. I was completely shaped as a Sai devotee by the Bridgewater Sai members, and the beauty of that experience was they showed through action, like what a Sai devotee means. I was blown away by every single attention to details that they would give to either it be weekly center bhajans or special bhajans, special events or service project. And I just learned, because they were very action oriented, and their words were not empty. They wouldn't speak something that they wouldn't do. Amazing experience for us, especially knowing Swami or coming to know Swami and his activities. Their actions were louder than the words, and we experienced and we learned from that. And the best part of my Sai experience, I would say, is having Sanjay, as you all know him, Sanjay as our YA advisor. So he understood about me and my friend and where we are coming from, our thought process, and he's very good with that. So he is an amazing instrument of Swami, and he knew what exactly we needed. So he let us explore our creative side. He used to put us in place, and we both acted in many roles as part of the center plays, or and also he'll make sure he is always involving us in group 4 activities. And there are many informal activities he did with us, which was a huge lesson for us. So because we both were bachelors, and some weekends we get some time, he used to invite us to his place, and we used to go there on a Friday night or something like that, and after work, and then we stayed with him until Sunday afternoon. Then we will attend bhajans. But he showed us that everything in life, if we do it with love, the results are going to be amazing. There's going to be transformation. And most importantly, he showed that what is most important is to do things with love and look for opportunities for our own self transformation. That which includes healthy eating, exercising. He would take us for small walks. We used to go for small walks, and then we used to sit down and do a little jamming. He would play his harmonium and we will sing a few bhajans. He used to make pesarate dosa for us, and amazing. Anyways, the long story short, again, we are experiencing Swami, and I am specifically experiencing Swami only in the form of love. And I'm only connecting to Swami with love and love and love. So, and that helped me have a strong connection, I would say. Because any other value, in my opinion, that I have experienced were okay, because those are all having connections, but nothing as strong as love. So I felt again a very strong connection with Swami through love. So time went, we started learning about Swami's activities, what are all the different aspects of a Sai center, and about service, devotional activities, and also SSC. Talking about SSC, you might all know, or some of you might know about Kriti, who is daughter of Karthik and Kavita. She was probably 2 or 3 years old, and she basically became my best friend ever. So whenever I came to center, we had some special connection. Only Swami knows what it is, but we had a very special connection. I would look for Kriti. Kriti, when she sees me, doesn't matter whether I'm sitting in a bhajan or whatever I'm doing, she would come running to me. We formed a very special relationship, and I always hung out with Kriti. It's funny because she's such a tiny tot running around and playing, and as an YA, I'm just playing and running with her and having fun. It is not a typical YA activity, but I enjoyed the most, and I learned a lot from her. Like, look for things that are good, look for things that makes you happy, and make sure that you voluntarily go and talk to people who you love. So small lessons like that, but very very helpful for me. And again, this is all something that shaped me. So that was my experience while I was in Bridgewater, and coming to retreat again. That is another big experience. Again, coming to retreat for the first time, and I remember Bridgewater Center used to. I don't know if they still do it, but I know Bridgewater Center used to set up Swami's room. That Friday when we go there and set up Swami's room was another awesome experience for me. We had so much fun. Everyone is so loving, joking around, and setting up Swami's room. So the before and after picture in my head of Swami's room was just pure love, because at the end of, once the room is done, and when we have Swami's chair and his bed and all the altar set up, you are transported. I have never been to Prashant Nilayam, so that was my Prashant Nilayam. So it was amazing experience for me to be part of the retreat, and having YA satsangs, or being at the devotional hall, starting from setting up Swami's room. So I think that's when I got connected to Rishi, because Rishi brings in a lot of lighting, like a lot. His goal was to make sure that Swami's room is lit with lights of multicolor, with multiple designs and whatnot. So I'm a little tall person, so I mean, if I remember this, Rishi and myself, we used to hang out at the retreat site. I think Rishi was in group 4 at that time, and he would bring these lights, and we would climb on those. Pillars outside Swami's room and outside the prayer hall, the devotional hall. We'll find something like a ladder or a table, and my height helped a little bit, so we used to put all those lights there and have some conversation. And Rishi will always break into a bhajan, which is not my cup of tea, so I'll enjoy what he sings and then just do what I'm supposed to do. Basically, Rishi will tell me, hey, put this light here. And again, the attention to details Rishi gave to those lighting was amazing. Like, I'll be like, okay, we put one light, and he'll not be happy with it. He'll be like, okay, maybe we should try this color, and then he'll keep changing the colors. So I was surprised how much attention to detail somebody could give to something like a light that glows only for a few hours in the evening, because we need to turn it off. But anyway, the lesson I learned was giving attention to details is very, very important. So anyways, those, again, in summary, everything revolved around love for me. So that's how I knew Swami, and everything else about Swami was introduced later, starting from my parents showing love, the uncle in Chennai, and then Bridgewater Sai Center members, and then now I'm in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Same experience with Ann Arbor Sai Center members and also Detroit Sai Center members. So I think that is something that Swami keeps telling, that we are all embodiments of love. And I'm so blessed that I experienced Swami in the form of love, and then came to know about Swami and his values and his teachings. So that way I feel very, very blessed and connected to Swami. So I want to take a pause here, and Rishi, it's about 5 o'clock. Just let me know how much time I have. Do I have a few more minutes, or should we go into question and answers?
Bro, you can feel free to take maybe about 5 minutes, and then we do have some questions.
Okay. Thanks, Rishi. So I think now I have come up to the point of Ann Arbor and Detroit. I again want to say I had an interview in Ann Arbor. So they introduced me to the Ann Arbor Sai Center members, that I'm coming in for an interview, and they were very kind enough to give me a ride from airport and also host me while I was here for the weekend. So I came to this family's house. So Brother Prasad picked me up, and then he dropped me in Krishnan and Vaidehi's house. And they were also amazing. Like, again, I'm experiencing only love here, because the following day, it was a Monday morning, I had my interview. So I got ready, and then I came out of my room that they gave me to stay. And Vaideyaka basically was like showing a love of a mother, and I experienced the same love that I would experience from my mother. So she said, you cannot go without eating. I was rushing and I didn't even think about eating. So she gave me idlis, I ate idlis, and then I was about to leave, and she said, I cannot leave now because the time is not right. You know, we have those different times that are not good. So she said on a Monday morning, I have to wait until 9 o'clock before I left the house. My interview was at 10, but I couldn't say no to her because she said it with so much love, and she made sure that nothing goes wrong in my interview process. So amazing experience. And I want to finish with one story that I had in Prashanti Nilayam. So the first time I ever went to Prashanti Nilayam, and the first time I ever saw Swami that close was in 2006. So it was for New Year. I went to Prashant Nilayam with one of my other friends. There was some struggle to get there, but I think Swami's grace, he made sure, even at the last minute, it was supposed to be cancelled, but I landed in Prashant Nilayam. And I say landed, we took a bus. So we were in Prashant Nilayam for January 1st, 2006. And then I think it was token system, and we got a token. I was there for 2-3 days, and all the 3 days, the best seat I got was in the third row. And even sometimes I didn't know what those rows means, because the first 2 days I didn't realize that sitting in the first row is the best way to receive Swami's darshan, because you are very close, and you never know. Sometimes Swami, if he willed, you might get some vibhuti or his blessings, Pada Namaskar. I didn't know for the first 2 days, because I was still learning what was going on there. And the third day I realized, oh, maybe I should also pray for sitting in the first row, and I got up to the third row. So while I was waiting there, there was another group of devotees. I think they came from Maldives. So while I was waiting there, this devotee said, "Hey, don't leave without seeing me after the bhajan." So I said, "Okay, I'll wait." And then Swami came. It was amazing darshan. He was going around in his wheelchair, and I prayed to Swami, and he was very close. I couldn't remember a lot from that because I'm still learning about Swami, and he still got to me. So I wish to think that he saw me when I was there. But to be honest, I don't directly remember whether Swami saw me. But I know that I was praying to him, I was seeing him. And then once the darshan was over, these devotees got an interview. And this devotee was talking to me. He said, maybe I'll also take you to an interview. But it never happened. The Sai Young Adults were so good. They found out that I was not part of that group. So they said, no, I cannot go. So, and I also didn't know. And I didn't feel bad also at that time. I said, oh, maybe that's the right thing to do, because I'm not part of the group. I just went because this other nice person invited me. And he came back after the interview. I was waiting outside. And this is what he did. He took me directly to a shop, and he showed me Shirdi Sai Baba's Satcharitra. And he said, you should buy this book and you should read it every day. And again, I felt this was Swami's way of connecting, because my father prayed to Shirdi Sai Baba, and I prayed to Shirdi Sai Baba. So maybe Swami is telling that this is what we need to read every day. And I purchased one copy of Satcharitra. I took it back and I showed it to the uncle where we attend Bhajans. And he said, don't consider this lightly, because this is a direct message for you from Swami, because the only reason you got this is because he wants you to read it. And he wrote Prashant Nilayam 1st Jan 2006 on that book. And he gave it back to me after offering it to Swami. So anyway, since then I started reading Satcharitra, at least one chapter a day. I was good with it for a long time, but nowadays I'm not very good with it. So I have to get back to it. This might be a good reminder for me to get back on track. But that's how, again, Swami showed me that he knew who I was praying to, or even my dad was praying to, and he showed that I have to be reading Shirdi Sai Baba Satcharitra every day. So that being said, then I visited Prashant Nilayam twice after that. So far I have been in Prashant Nilayam 3 times. And then the last time I was there, we were together the last 2 times with Rishi also, because in 2016, we both did the leadership program, and we attended the residential course. And in 2019, we worked together on a musical program, and Swami's grace and blessings, I was given an opportunity to speak in Sai Kulvantal. And the only thing that completely stuck with me in my heart was when I was there and when I was speaking and when I got the blessings from Swami, I did not feel like I was close to Swami. I felt like Swami was in me. That's how much love I experienced when I was there and when I prayed to Swami there. And before talking, when I took his blessings there. So it was an amazing experience that again will always be there in my heart, and I'll always cherish that to remind myself that Swami is there with us, in us, around us, guiding and protecting us. With that, I want to thank all of you once again for giving this opportunity. I pray to Swami that he is always guiding us and also protecting us, and wish you all a very safe and healthy life given the pandemic situation. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you, Swami. I offer everything back to you. Jai Sai Ram.
Jai Sai Ram. Thank you so much, Brother Sai Prabhu, for walking us through your wonder. Oh, sorry, I think I was on mute. Sai Ram, brother, thank you so much for walking us through your beautiful experiences with Swami and your journey to where you have come today. We have a few questions that have come in from our members. You mentioned about having a little bit of apprehension with your friends or your roommates seeing Swami's picture in your room. In light of that, in our daily lives at school or work, how are some politically correct ways we can introduce Swami to our peers? And on that note, in the case we receive any criticism about Swami, how can we handle that?
I'll answer the criticism part first, Shashi, because I have direct experience. And the best way to handle it is just ignore and move away from that conversation. And I have done this throughout my life, because there were many a times, or I shouldn't say many, but there were different occasions I have had that experience. So the best thing that has worked for me is just move away from that conversation and do not even try to defend Swami. Like, we are no one to defend Swami, first of all. And going and trying to help someone understand who Swami is while he is already not willing to talk about Swami, or if he is an atheist, I would say just don't worry about it. And if Swami wills, and when Swami wills, they will learn the lesson that they are supposed to learn. But otherwise, we should stay away from it. Never get indulged in those kind of discussions at all. So that's my best experience, or my way of handling that kind of situation. And the second part, or the first part about introducing Swami to someone or talking about Swami, what I have felt, in my opinion, was service, especially in this country. When you talk about activities that we do, people may not understand what we are doing, first of all. And second of all, they might also start making some assumptions about what we do with Swami, right? Because there is already many religions, and that they know, that they are aware, and it is very hard to explain what Swami is from our perspective. So what has worked the best for me is talking about service. And so far, again, with Swami's grace, at yearly once, I do service activity with my co-workers and the entire office. At some point, it caught up with the entire office. So we do yearly once activity, either during Christmas or during the school year, when the school year starts. And recently, we have been doing for both. So during those times, what I do is we do a little reflection session after the service is over, and I would just have open questions where I invite everyone to talk about their experience doing that service, and also how it connects to their values that they have learned in their life. So again, it basically Swami has said the same thing many a times about how we should connect with values, how we should see the values in others, and even if there is some mistake that we do and others do, we should still try our best to see the values in them. So using that as an baseline is what I did in my workplace, and it has worked. So I think that's a way to talk about Swami. And if anyone is interested in taking that conversation beyond, please feel free. But otherwise, as a starter, service is something that we can do.
Thank you so much, brother, for that wonderful practical answer. The next question comes from Manorama Auntie in our center. She's asking, walking on the spiritual path, how did you react to any challenges that you faced? So on similar lines.
Okay. So taking Swami's name was the only way I was able to get out of all the challenges I had in life. So before knowing Swami, it was a different form of God, a different name that I used to chant. But once I came to know about Swami, and it was all about taking his name. So for a few specific examples would be when I first went for my visa interview, there were so much challenges, and I kept the uncle that I referred to in Chennai. He said, if you have any issues, just call upon Swami's name and he'll be there and he'll guide you and he'll support you. And I was constantly chanting Swami's name because it was a nerve-wracking experience, because you want to come to US and you want to work here, and without any visa you cannot do, and if it happens to go in any wrong direction, then you'll never be able to come to US. So anyways, when you have career aspirations, it is a big deal. And what happened, I was constantly chanting Swami's name, and I was inside the US consulate in Chennai, and there was a phone ringing, and I was telling to myself, Swami, I don't know if you're listening to me, but I'm really nervous. I hope everything goes well. And there was a phone that rang inside the US consulate, and one of those people who worked there, he come and answered the call. And you'll not believe this, Rishi, or what happened was he said, who is Sai in this hall? And I was so surprised. I didn't answer to it, because there's no way somebody is going to call me inside a US consulate. And I was even surprised that he even tried to call someone with the name of Sai. I said, okay, this is something that is very unusual. And I felt it was a blessing. And I said, okay, Swami, you answered my question. And since then, I had no issues. I answered all the questions the interviewer asked me, and I got my visa. So anyways, any challenging time, that was one. And there are many, but in the interest of time, the summary of all my experiences when I had challenges was just calling upon Swami and his name, and keep continuously chanting his name, not to worry about the outcome, but just focus on Swami at that time. So.
Thank you so much, brother, for that answer. On that note, actually, the next question, and I think we'll end with this one, also is on similar lines. So this comes from Brother Kamish Bulusu in our center. He's asking, how did you find those moments when you had a personal connection with Swami, and any other specific incidents you can relate to that, when you felt you had a direct connection with him?
Okay. I think we always have direct connection with Swami, but we only realize it when there is a challenge or when there is an issue. So some other incidents where 4 years back, I went back to India, and my parents were looking for me like a proper arranged marriage, right? And then when I landed, my mom had someone in mind, and we went and saw her. I went to India for getting my visa renewal, but I ended up getting married within like 10 days. So I can only summarize it because I met my wife, and then she was basically, we didn't know a lot about each other's family or what she was doing, what I was doing. But then everything happened so fast. My wedding was decided to be happening in 10 days. So, and there was a heavy rain in Chennai at that time, which flooded the entire city. So we planned to have the wedding in Tirupati, but then we couldn't go there. And they traveled all the way from Chennai to Coimbatore. I'm trying to summarize it, but in the 10 days, everything that happened was only because of Swami. And the way I connected was every time I prayed to him, he will come and give a darshan in many forms. Like in random places, Swami's photo will be there. And he will say, I'll be asking some question in my heart. And then he will be answering through a picture or through one of his messages, like the short version of his messages, discourses. So he'll be answering through that, and it will be a direct answer. But the most recent one was what happened. As you all know, right now we are experiencing the pandemic, and our residential course happens in Prashanti Nilayam in July. So 1 month back, when we were still planning to have the residential course, it was not really it was not really something that I wanted to do, because seeing all the things that are happening in various countries, we have young adults from this year from 40 different countries who are going to be there in Prashanti Nilayam. There are about 300 young adults, and their families would come. And Rishi and his team, as part of the music program, there will be another 50 to 75 young adults plus their family. So we are talking about about 450 people will be hosting in Prashanti Nilayam for the residential course and the music program. So things were not going great with the pandemic, and I didn't know what to do. I have a lot of faith, but when you are thinking about such a big responsibility, you want to make sure that you are doing the best of your ability to make the right call. But I didn't know what the right call was, whether to cancel or whether to postpone it, or should I continue. So I sat down on a Saturday morning. I lost sleep for the whole night thinking about this. Saturday morning, it was one weekend. Saturday morning, I woke up and I said, Swami, you have to give me a direct message. Please don't make me interpret. Don't give me pictures in some form. I'll not be able to interpret, and I don't know how to interpret at this time because I'm very confused. So, and then I started reading Satcharitra. The first chapter of the first chapter I read that day was about how Shirdi Sai Baba protected his devotees from snakes and scorpions when they come to visit him and stay in that open vada that they built for devotees, right? So I felt a little comfortable. Okay, Swami, okay, you are there to protect us, but this is still not a direct message that you are giving me. So I read another chapter, the next chapter, and that chapter was about how Shirdi Sai Baba protected his devotees from the cholera epidemic that happened in India. So that was a very, very direct message. And I said, okay, Swami, thank you. You are there. You are going to protect us. Now I get the assurance from you. I'm happy about it. And the way the message ended was that I'm here to protect you. Shirdi Sai Baba saying this, I'm here to protect you. I'll be guiding you and guarding you. And also I want you to use your intelligence to make the best call possible. So since then, we monitored the situation and we kept going back to the Prashanti Council and our International YA coordinator, making sure that we are giving data-based updates. And then eventually we were able to make a call. But after that, we realized the pandemic got even worse. So that means Swami was directly answering. And sometimes he also wants us to be very intensely praying, right? We are all doing it right now because I'm sure there will be a change that is going to happen very soon. We have to pray intensely to him. And we also have to sometimes tell him, Swami, please give me some direct messages. Don't make me interpret, because as humans, we always like to interpret on the positive side, but we never know what Swami has in store for us. So that's one way I felt praying and asking for direct messages helped me. And this happened very recently, 2 months ago. So
Thank you so much, brother, for giving us that wonderful answer. And I know it was a tough decision and tough news for all of us to take as members of the committee, having the residential program postponed to next year, but it was in the best interest of all the young adults, and the decision was made with Swami's direct guidance, as narrated by you through this wonderful experience. So thank you so much. On that note, I would invite Brother Prasad Chaturvedula, the president of the Sathya Sai Center of Jersey City, to deliver some closing remarks.
Thank you, Rishi. Brother Sai Prabhu, thank you very much. We are very, very thankful to you for coming and sharing your experiences with us. It was very nice listening to you. And what touched us, I can probably speak for the rest of our members. What touched us is the fact that you connected with Swami's message more than anything else. And that's pretty important, because we could be lost in the adoration of the form, but if we forget about the message and do not transform, then that form would be displeased, surely. So, and the way you described how you could connect to the message of love by experiencing love from members of the Sathya Sai centers, both in India and in the US, I think that speaks very well of the way our fellow devotees, brothers and sisters across the world have learned that message. It is our duty to learn that too and be as loving as those other people were to you, so that we can spread Swami's message. No amount of words can help a person to understand Swami, but a few actions can fill that void. Thank you again for your time and your kind words today. I've learned something, and I hope to practice that. I'm sure all of us here who listen have taken back something as well. Thank you very much, Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, brother, for the opportunity, and it was nice. It's been a while I came back to New Jersey, and just knowing that I'm going to speak to someone, or someone who might be listening as someone who I know, gives me so much happiness. So thank you for the opportunity. Thanks, everyone. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Sai Ram. Over to you, Rishi.
Thank you so much, Brother Prasad. Thank you again, Brother Sai Prabhu. With that, we'll move forward with the program. We have some announcements. So next week, we will be having our regular program here on BhajanBliss.org. We'll be having the second week of the Aradhana Mahotsavam devotional program, Sunday, April 26th, 2020. We will have SSE classes conducted via Zoom, the link and the timings as informed by the group teachers. And then we'll have our devotional program here via BhajanBliss.org from 3:30 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. The highlight of this program is going to be a Navavidha Bhakti Aradhana. We'll be worshipping Swami through all 9 forms of devotion collectively, together as one unified Sai family. So looking forward to this. There'll be some detailed instructions on how all of us have to participate in this offering. So we'll be sending that out in the coming days on how we can prepare to all participate together in the Navavidha Bhakti Aradhana program. A reminder that the regional weekly study circles happen on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. on Zoom. The link has been sent out to all the members. All service activities involving Narayana Seva remain suspended at this time. We are doing a face mask collection drive. If you have a sewing machine at home and are able to make face masks, do reach out to the service wing, service@jerseycityscicenter.org. We have an ongoing global sadhana for Aradhana Day, which is to chant Sai Gayatri for 15 minutes daily, chanting Om Shri Sai Ram, practicing meditation, reading and contemplating and practicing one of the 30 quotes which have been assigned for each day. The packet has been mailed out to all the members, and loving and revering Mother Nature by practicing sealing on desires and the 5 human values. Further, in commemoration of Aradhana Day, the SSIO Mid-Atlantic region is hosting a daily speaker series which commenced yesterday with Dr. Sundar Iyer. This series is entitled Glories of the Avatar. So we had Dr. Sundar Iyer speak to us yesterday. This evening at 7:30 p.m. we'll be having Dr. Balu Karanam speak to us. So the link is displayed here on the screen and has been sent out to all the members, and we'll be posting it on our WhatsApp group towards the end of this program. So this is at 7:30 p.m. daily from starting yesterday until Friday, April 24th. With that, we have been having daily Sai Gayatri chanting for 95 times as a Sai Center at 7:30 p.m. in view of the program Glories of the Avatar, which also happens at 7:30 p.m. For the duration of that program for this week, we will have shifted our 95 Sai Gayatri chanting to 6:30 p.m. for the convenience of the devotees so that they can attend the daily Aradhana series. So we have Sai Gayatri chanting at 6:30 p.m. daily, followed by Bhajans, which is also streamed on BhajanBliss for the convenience of the devotees. And we'll resume the normal timing from Saturday, April 25th. So we have the Sai Gayatri chanting, and then we also have a national satsang which happens on Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is truly a week jam-packed with lots of programs. Even though we are encouraged to stay at home, we have programs happening with Swami's Grace left and right. So inviting everyone to take advantage of this and participate in all of these wonderful offerings that have been put together. So we have the Sai Bhagavatam, which happens on Wednesday, April 22nd from 9 to 10, and then the Unite and Uplift series on Friday, April 24th at 9 p.m. These are shown live on sathyaSai.us/live. This Wednesday's guest speaker is Uncle P.V. Shankar from California. He's a wonderful speaker, very comical, has many experiences with Swami. So we look forward to hearing his talk on this Wednesday. And just to summarize for today, we will have the talk by Balu Karanam at 7:30 p.m. We do have our daily Sai Gayatri chanting at 6:30 p.m. However, we'll be having Bhagawan's Divine Discourse and Bhajans now. So we'll have Bhajans until about 6:20, followed by closing prayers. Closing prayers conclude at 6:30 p.m. For those who wish to stay on, we will be playing the 95 Sai Gayatris here on BhajanBliss. So for those who wish to continue on after the Aarti is offered to Swami, you can stay on and we'll have 95 Sai Gayatris. And after that is done, we have the talk at 7:30 p.m. on the link which has been sent out on Zoom. With that, on this auspicious occasion, it is my greatest honor and privilege on behalf of all of us present here to pray to our beloved Bhagawan to grant us his divine message. Jai Sai Ram.
కాన ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
embodiments of love,
దేహాన్ని అలక్ష్యం చేయకూడదు.
never neglect the body.
లేక దేహం పైన అమితంగా ప్రేమను పెంచుకోకూడదు.
Don't have too much of attachment to the body.
నీ ప్రేమనంతా కూడా నువ్వు దేహి అయిన పరమాత్మని పైన పెట్టుకో.
Direct all your love towards God.
దేహము పంచభౌతికము, దేహము కూలక తప్పదెప్పుడు, దేహి నిరామయుండు, గణుతింపగ దేహికి చావు పుట్టుకల్ మోహ నిబంధ బంధనలు ముద్రలు లేవు. నిజంబు చూడ ఈ దేహియ దేవదేవుడు మదింగమనింపగా ఆత్మరూపుడై.
This body has got all senses. It's bound to die at one time or other. But the indweller is eternal and permanent. This indweller has neither birth nor death, neither attachment or liberation. He is eternal and immortal.
ఈ దేహం కూడాను ఎలాంటిది? పవిత్రమైనది కాదు.
Body is not sacred.
దేహి లోపల ఉండినంత వరకు ఇది పవిత్రమే.
So long there is indweller, it is sacred.
దేహి ఈ దేహాన్ని వదిలిపోతే,
The moment indweller leaves this body,
మలినపు కొంప,
it is the one that's dirty.
మలినపు కొంప,
It's dirty,
రోగముల మ్రగ్గెడు సేవక గంప,
completely diseased.
జాత సంచలనము పొందుతుంప,
It perinates like a life.
భవసాగర మీదగలేని కంప,
It cannot cross across this
అమ్ముల
ocean of life.
పదలంబు మనమెప్పుదలంప,
It's full of bones.
నేను చలమని నమ్మబోకు.
Never think that this body is permanent. Oh mind, never feel this is permanent.
హరిపాదమును ఆశ్రయించవే.
Surrender to the lotus feet of God.
నీవు హరిపాదమును ఆశ్రయించాలి.
You surrender yourself to God.
అది నీ ప్రధాన కర్తవ్యము.
That's your main duty.
ఈ జగత్తులో ఉన్న సమస్త పదార్థములు కూడా నీవు వినియోగించుకో.
Make use of all this material
ఇవన్నీ
world.
కూడా ఆ యొక్క ప్రేమకు పెంపొందింపజేసేటువంటి యొక్క సోపానములుగానే నీవు భావించుకో.
Consider them that are the different stages and steps to grow in love.
అంతేకాని ఇది దుఃఖము, ఇది సుఖము, ఇది పాపము, ఇది పుణ్యము, వీడు ద్వేషి, ఇది మిత్రుడు, ఈ భేదములకు అవకాశం ఇవ్వద్దు.
Never give a scope and observe differences. So and so is the friend, the other is enemy. This is
నీ
pain
ఎదుటి
and
వ్యక్తి నిన్ను
pleasure.
దూషిస్తున్నాడంటే ఆ రూపంలో భగవంతుడు నన్ను ఈ విధంగా దూషిస్తున్నాడు.
If anyone criticizes you, think that is God.
ఆ
who is
రూపము ఈ
criticizing.
రూపము రెండు కూడాను అస్థిరములేవి.
In fact, that body and this body are
ఆ
temporary.
రూపంలో ఉన్నది ఈ రూపంలో ఉన్నది రెండు స్థిరములే.
In fact, that indweller, that body, this
ఇట్టి
body is one and
ఆత్మభావాన్ని
same.
మనం పెంచుకుంటూ పోవాలి.
We should develop this feeling of this
అప్పుడే
spirit.
మనకు శాంతి. అందువల్లనే శాంతి తుల్యం తపోనాస్తి.
Then only you will attain this peace and
ఇదే
remain
మనం
peaceful.
చేయవలసిన తపస్సు.
This is the penance that we should undertake.
అంతేగాని ఆహార పానీయంలో మానివేసి కేవలం ఒక ఒంటికాలపై నిల్చొని బాధలు పట్టడం కాదు తపస్సు.
Penance doesn't not mean forsaking food and drink and standing on one leg.
దేహమును చక్కగా పోషించుకో.
Protect your body well.
దేహములకు శక్తిని పెంచుకో.
Develop the energy in the
కానీ
strength.
ఈ దేహ శక్తిని అంతా కూడా దైవానికి అర్పితం చేయాలి.
But make use of all this energy for God.
అది నీ కర్తవ్యము.
That's your responsibility.
ఈ కర్తవ్యాన్ని విస్మరించి
We forget.
ఈనాటి మానవుడు కర్మలో మునిగి జన్మను వ్యర్థం చేసుకుంటున్నాడు.
Man forgets his duty and responsibility and is wasting his time.
ఇది చేతులు,
These are hands.
ఇవి చెవులు,
These are ears.
ఇవి కన్నులు,
The eyes.
ఇది నోరు,
The mouth.
ఇది కాళ్ళు,
The legs.
ఇవన్నీ దేహానికి అంగములే.
They are all the limbs of this body.
అయితే దేహానికి ఇవన్నీ అంగములైనప్పుడు దేహం దేనికి అంగము?
And then, if they are the limbs of this body, and then what will happen to this body?
దేహము సమాజానికి అంగము.
This body is the limb of the society.
సమాజము దేనికి అంగము?
And this society
మానవత్వానికి అంగము.
is the limb of the vast humanity.
మానవత్వం దేనికి అంగము?
This humanity
ప్రకృతికి అంగము.
is the limb of the
ప్రకృతి
nature.
దేనికి అంగము?
This nature
పరమాత్మకు అంగము.
is the limb of the divine God.
కనుక ప్రకృతి అంతా కూడా పరమాత్మకు అంగమే.
Therefore, the entire nature is the limb of
మన
the
ఈ యొక్క
divine.
ఇవన్నీ కూడా దేహానికి ఎట్ట అంగములైనాయో ప్రకృతి అంతా పరమాత్మకు అంగములే.
Just as we have limbs, everything is a limb of God.
ఇట్టి ఏకాత్మ భావాన్ని మనం చక్కగా గుర్తించినప్పుడే ఇది శుద్ధ అద్వైతం.
When once we know, recognize this principle of oneness, non-dualism, this is Shuddhadvaita,
ఈ
pure principle
విధమైనటువంటి
of
శుద్ధాత్మ
non-dualism.
భావాన్ని నీవు గుర్తించి
Recognize this truth,
పరమాత్మ తత్వాన్ని నీవు తెలుసుకొని
you know the divinity,
పరమానందాన్ని పొందేటువంటి మార్గాన్ని నీవు వెతికి
you search to attain that supreme state of bliss
నిత్యానందుడవై నీవు జీవించు.
and lead the life fruitfully.
భజన బినా సుఖ శాంతి నహి, హరి భజన బినా సుఖ శాంతి నహి.
Ganesha, 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 tu nombre, tu forma inmortal. Ganesha, tu nombre, tu forma inmortal. Ganesha, tu nombre, tu forma inmortal. Tu nombre, tu forma inmortal. Diriges tu huestes en contra del mal. Diriges tu huestes en contra del mal. Diriges tu huestes en contra del mal. Libera el camino para así llegar. Libera el camino para así llegar. A los pies del Padre y Madre Celestial. 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 Proteges a todos, da seguridad. Proteges a todos, da seguridad. Proteges a todos, da seguridad. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Ganesha, tu nombre, tu forma inmortal. Ganesha, tu nombre, tu forma inmortal. Diriges tu huestes en contra del mal. Tu huestes en contra del mal. Libera el camino para así llegar. Libera el camino para así llegar. A los pies del Padre y Madre Celestial. A los pies del Padre y Madre Celestial. Proteges a todos, da seguridad. Proteges a todos, da seguridad. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Y abres el sendero de luz, amor y paz. Ganesha, tu nombre, tu forma inmortal.
जय दया करो साई सबको कृपा करो साई
साई माँ। काली कपालिनी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। काली कपालिनी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। परम शिवानी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। परम शिवानी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। जगदोधारिणी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। हे जगदोधारिणी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। काली कपालिनी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। परम शिवानी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। जगदोधारिणी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। हे जगदोधारिणी माँ, जय जय साई माँ। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, जय जय साई माँ।
साई बाबा प्रणाम।
साई बाबा प्रणाम।
साई बाबा प्रणाम।
गोविंद बोलो। गोविंद गोविंद बोलो। श्याम सुंदर वेणु गोपाल बोलो। श्याम सुंदर वेणु गोपाल बोलो। सारथी केशव बोलो। पार्थ सारथी केशव बोलो। सनातन सारथी पतिश बोलो। सनातन सारथि पतिश बोलो। गोविंद 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 बोलो। श्याम सुंदर वेणु गोपाल बोलो। पार्थ सारथी केशव बोलो। सनातन सारथि पतिश बोलो। सनातन सारथि पतिश बोलो। गोविंद 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 बोलो।
अयोध्या विहारी श्री राम राम राम। अयोध्या विहारी श्री राम राम राम। अयोध्या विहारी श्री राम राम राम। सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद सप्तगिरि विहारी गोविंद गोविंद निज भक्त हृदय विहारी श्री साईनाथ देवा निज भक्त हृदय विहारी श्री साईनाथ निज भक्त हृदय
कमला पांडुरंगा गरुड कमला पांडुरंगा कमल भजना पांडुरंगा कमल भजना पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा जय साई रंगा विठ्ठल रंगा जय जय साई रंगा गरुड कमला माया लोला पांडुरंगा माया लोला पांडुरंगा माया लोला पांडुरंगा माया लोला पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा जय साई रंगा विठ्ठल रंगा जय जय साई रंगा गरुड कमला पांडुरंगा कमल भजना पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा जय साई रंगा गरुड कमला पांडुरंगा माया लोला पांडुरंगा माया लोला पांडुरंगा माया लोला पांडुरंगा माया लोला पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा पांडुरंगा विठ्ठल रंगा जय साई रंगा विठ्ठल रंगा जय जय साई रंगा गरुड कमला पांडुरंगा
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल साई नारायण हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल साई नारायण हरि बोल बोलो हरि हरि नाम हरि हरि नाम हरि हरि नाम बोल हरि हरि नाम हरि हरि नाम हरि हरि नाम बोलो हरि हरि बोलो हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम।
बोलो हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम।
साई नारायण हरि बोल, साई नारायण हरि बोल, हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, साई नारायण हरि बोल। बोलो हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम बोल।
हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम।
बोलो हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम बोल।
हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम, हरि हरि नाम।
जय साई नारायण हरि बोल,
साई नारायण हरि बोल,
नारायण हरि बोल,
साई नारायण हरि बोल।
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल,
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल,
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल,
हरि बोल हरि बोल।
साई नारायण हरि बोल,
नारायण हरि बोल,
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल,
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल।
साई नारायण हरि बोल,
साई नारायण ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक बल्कि महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपति स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपति आश्रित कल्पलतीका आश्रित कल्पलतीका परमात्मा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदेव मरियंतयुनीवे स्वामी मरियंतयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्र शयनम ओम जय जगदीश हरे साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल हारति अंधको मंगल हारति अंधको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति शांति समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमात्मैष्टार्थमोक्षप्रदानं बाबा विभूतिं लीलाश्रयामि लीला विभूतिं Sacred Ash, miraculous Baba's creation, flowing from His blessed hands, holy creation, granting us the greatest wealth, God's divine protection. Beloved Baba, grant us liberation. Beloved Baba, grant us liberation. Love it, love it, love it.
Sai Baba, brinda nuestro gracias, dulce Sai Baba.
ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्म भवे ब्रह्माज्ञो ब्रह्मणाहुतं
ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्म समाधिना अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Om Shri Sai Ram, loving Sai Rams to all. In line with our daily sadhana of chanting 95 Sai Gayatris for this week at 6:30 p.m., we will now have 95 Sai Gayatris for those who wish to stay on. Jai Sai Ram.
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्. 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 ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे
सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि अन्नः 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 सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा